Hi there, and welcome to Wednesday Wisdoms. And you haven't had a one with me solo for a very long time. So here you are. Oh, lucky. But this Wednesday, I'm actually filming this on Monday because I was buzzing with ideas and I thought I had to get them out. And it's a nice thing that I think we see a lot. You're busy buzzing with ideas, you need to write it down, you need to communicate it out, you need to express it in some way so you're not holding all those ideas and emotions in your body. So that's what I'm doing. I'm creating and sharing ideas with you all today. But the idea I want to talk about is advocacy and just existing in the world. And this has really come off the back of a personal experience. And I kept wondering if I was a good advocate when it came to the, autistic space and neurodivergent space. Because often, as an individual, because I have so many different intersecting identities that often mean I don't always have privilege or people maybe just make assumptions about me, I work hard to compensate when it comes to my neurodivergency. So the bar for standards maybe I should expect or maybe I should even require, I don't often. I just say I will do the work and I will make it as easy as other people to be around me. And then I saw something so poignant that really made me reflect. It basically said, you call me high functioning, so talking about support needs when it comes to neurodivergency, but what it means is my neurodivergency doesn't affect you, doesn't impact you, I don't require anything of you. So to be in relation and communication in any contact with me, I don't make it a thing that you need to make and meet certain accommodations. And this got me reflecting that actually, even if you weren't neurodivergent, people all need accommodation. People speak differently, people have different experience, and if we want to connect with people, we consider them. But often when you're othered and you come from a perspective of being different, maybe treated differently, and maybe you've had those traumatic experiences that often come as part of the package, is that you stop requiring things of people. You start to say, how can I as an individual be isolated in the world? How can I meet all my needs just by myself? How can I act out of community? But actually, that's not the way anything in this universe works. Our universe is multifaceted, complicated, and everything interacts with each other. And it's actually a beautiful system where we have symbiotic relationships. Sometimes we have parasitic ones, but it's like a really beautiful relationship. So why is it that when you are othered and you maybe built up all that trauma, the only logical explanation is to not require anything of other people and become completely self-sufficient? And how can this be detrimental? Because there is no thing like high support needs. It just means you haven't seen that bad day, really. You haven't seen that autistic meltdown. And when you see it, the way you respond to it will only validate the story I have that people cannot meet those needs and people cannot be good and kind, which isn't helpful. So pardon the ramble, because this is more of a mind expression, because that's what wisdoms are sometimes. They're your reflections shared collectively, crowdsourced for clarity. And that's basically what I'm doing here. I'm sharing my thoughts. So tell me in the comments, what do you think about the advocacy space? What do you think about when you have your own needs? Let's say you're listening to this and you're not neurodivergent. Are there needs that you have, but because of the experiences you have had in life, that you actually make your requirements non-existent? And actually, as a result, are you looking to overperform, overfunction in relations and interactions in the world? For example, you want to be more excellent. And actually, this is actually a nice tangent here. It actually is very much synonymous with my aversion now to the whole wave of thought of Black excellence. So many of you will know that one of the moves that was done to kind of negate the negative tropes and representation of Black people was to create more overly positive ones. Black excellence, Black girl magic, woo! But the consequence of that is that basically said to exist in any space, you have to be excellent. Other people can exist, you have to be excellent. The bar will always be here. And those are some negative stories. Like the stories I remember when I first moved back to this country is that you got to be twice as good to get half as far. Now, these are stories that will really frame your mind in a way that isn't effective for you. It causes fatigue, overworking, and honestly, accepting behavior that is just not acceptable. I know this is my personal experience. And I just don't want a world where people who are othered and different keep accepting non-acceptable behavior. And that's maybe why I'm actually writing my book, Othered, because I'm trying to find the fine line for everyone who reads it, to find the space for them between living in a system that maybe you are just not what it values, and also finding a space that isn't exhausting, burnt out, without community, without connection, without showing your real heart. And instead, it's where you can decide where it's safe to be shared and be vulnerable and authentic, and you can decide where it's safe to, when it's not safe and you want to mask and to play pretense to navigate a system that just doesn't serve you. Anyway, these are the thoughts I'm having this wonderful Monday, shared for Wednesday Wisdoms. I hope you enjoy them.